Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another amazing Monday morning plan with me session. I hope you all had amazing Easter holiday. I am going to be doing a floral theme today, and so think of this type of vibe. So I love like the tulips. This was inspired because the tulips are really starting to grow. Also, like different magnolia trees around here. Like there's just such pretty blooming happened, and I love taking that concept into this week. So this idea of we are blooming into our best selves as spring comes around, which I'm really excited to dive into this week. So let's just get started. I also liked this aesthetic as well. So we're going to see where this takes us. Hey Grains, hey Liz, hey Real Mama. Okay, so this week we are going to be continuing our journey of establishing a consistent movement schedule, but we're going to be adding in one more thing as well. But let's just start here. So we are going to start with our health and wellness pathway. And to make sure I have both goals that I'm focusing on this week are health and wellness, actually. So we are going to write health and wellness pretty big right up in this box. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do like some flowers behind it. I'm thinking no, because we're going to have a ton of flowers everywhere else. Hey, Bella. So let's do health and wellness right up here. And this is the blue-green zebra mildliner. And then I'm going to go over it with this green Stabilo pen. What is everyone working on this week? What is your own goal? And then right over here, I'm going to carry over establish a consistent movement schedule as number 1. So I want to make sure I have enough room here. So I'm actually going to not write it with the zebra mildliner. We'll add in some pretty details in the background. Hey, Andy. So first we're going to go, because I'm pretty confident with my monthly action item in terms of establishing a consistent movement schedule. So I feel as though this is a week where I could add in another goal to help me on my health and wellness journey. Establish. Okay. And so then we're going to break that down into our weekly action item, which is one thing that you want to do this week to help you reach this goal. I also want to make sure you all know to send your weekly define planner spreads to us as well at the end of this session so I can post them tomorrow for everyone. That is my favorite part of this. I love to be able to do that. So make sure you send your planner spreads to us. I would really appreciate it. I actually have a lot happening in terms of fitness coming up. Well, I'm joining a softball co-ed league, but the hard part is like softball isn't the most movement, so we have to make sure that we're not using that as our Thursday activity. Let's see, so it'll go, I like to do my daily walk. And then I've been rollerblading at least once a week. Okay, so once you establish your first monthly action item and weekly action item, now is the time when you can ask yourselves, is there something else I want to work on this week? And for me, I wanted to get back in. I have a new journaling prompt that I want to ask myself on a daily basis. So I'm going to write daily journaling, but I'm going to be even more specific. Every day, I'm going to wake up and ask myself, what is my one goal for today? Not aside from this, it'll be like, how do I want to feel today? What energy do I want to feel as I'm going through this day? I liked that prompt. I heard it the other day when I was talking to someone, we were like, what is something that we could do to help like shift our mindset throughout the day? Because it's easy to get stuck on one thing and let something that happened the previous day define our next day. And that is something that I want to work on. And so being able to say, okay, well, what is my goal for today? Is it to feel differently? Is it to really focus on work? What is it that we are wanting to accomplish? Once that is done, the next thing I always like to do is add in our weekly TikTok live schedule. So let's go ahead and dive into that. I just wanted to make sure I had it pulled up on my end. Okay. For this, I'm going to use a different color to stick with that color coding. We are going to do, what's a good color for TikTok live this week? I'm thinking, what am I thinking? I'm thinking this, what color is this? There is no color on it, but we're going to go with this color. So of course, right now we are doing our plan with me. Ooh, I have a really fun idea. Okay. We're going to do a little flower on the sides. So this, let's just take a look at which flower I want to do. Too big. Okay, we're going to do I love these ones. So I'm going to actually grab, we might actually switch up this color. Trying to decide. Where did I put? I've really been working on my organization and putting things back where they belong. So here's that black Sharpie pen that I'm going to use to do like, which one should we do? This one's speaking to me. So let's do, yeah, we're going to do this one. Hey, Bren, thank you. So we are going to do, this is a pretty color. Let's go with this color. This is coral pink. Ooh, pink. Okay. So our TikTok live schedule is going to be symbolized with the coral pink mild liner. And then we're going to do, so we'll start by drawing a circle there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do the 3 circles and then we'll do the flowers. So it'll be, right now, it'll be Tuesday night. And it will be Thursday night for book club. I'm so excited. I want everyone to bring, because we are having the author Rachel Valancourt on with us for our Under the Umbrella Book Club. We are reading Every Night Has a Dawn, and I'm really excited. I want everyone to bring one quote that really stood out to them, 1 or 2, and a favorite scene, or just a scene that was like, wow, I really felt something. Now we're going to draw over this, and so for here, let's start by drawing this. Okay. So I have a reference photo in front of me. That's always helpful. And for reference photos, I just go on Pinterest and I like to have a theme in mind. So for instance, today I typed in floral doodles and I found my inspiration from there. This tip is a little flatter than I want right now. I might have to switch out this pen. Okay. Perfect. And then over here. Just like that, little petal. And so this is just a different type of color coding. It's adding in a little element, like an icon almost. Another great way to add some doodles to your planner while still being practical about it. So we're going to draw that style for all of our TikTok lives. Oh, that's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect, remember. And then Perfect. Okay, and then the last one on Thursday night. We're going to make it be the 3-leaf flower though. And then just like that. Perfect. Okay. And then we can go ahead and add in more specifics as to what each live entails. And so for that, we're going to stick with that coral pink. And we're just going to block off the time. So this is right now, plan with me. This down here will be our reading sprint. And the big day is book club. So I'm going to, instead of just doing lines, actually, no, we're going to stick with the lines, but we're going to do it a little differently. You'll see what I mean when we get there. I'm going to grab, it's important to grab a Stabilo that you know you can see. Ooh, I'm so going to use these two after. Maybe we're going to grab this pink one. It's a neon one. And so we're going to write in the lives right now. All of these times are in Eastern. Can you see that okay? I think so. Okay. And then tomorrow night we have our reading sprint. So if you're looking for a great time to catch up on our book club book, that is going to be the perfect time. And then Thursday night, I want this to really pop, and I'm noticing that it's probably a little trickier to see the reading sprint text. So I'm going to grab that black Sharpie pen. And all of these times are in Eastern, so 8 p.m. will be book club. And we're going to do a little arrow. And we're going to write author spotlight. Rachel Valancourt. Perfect. Okay. Next, I like to go back over to our positive affirmations, and I'm going to grab our positive affirmation sticker sheets. Let me go ahead and pin these two so you guys know which ones I'm using. Perfect. Let me just reorder these for a second. I did not notice. Okay. Perfect. So I'm probably going to pull, I want to go through them just to make sure, but I probably will pull from the health and well-being so that aligns with our goals. I like my body is healthy and my mind is at peace, and it also would fit our floral theme. Oh, I am worthy of love and support. I trust myself to make decisions that align with my values and goals. Wow, these are really good, actually. Motivation would be another good one. This is tricky. Okay. I can achieve whatever I set my mind to. I think, though, I really want to align it with our goals. That's what I like to ask myself is how do I want this, what do I want this positive affirmation to align with? And I'm thinking my body is healthy and my mind is at peace because that aligns really well with our goal of journaling and consistent movement throughout April. So we're just going to grab that. Put it right there. So that is what that looks like. Perfect. Next, we're going to grab, I think we're done with the coral, so I'm going to put that one away so I don't grab it again. In the Monday afternoon box, I like to draw a to-do list so that way throughout the week I can really turn to it. So for that, we're going to use maybe a purple. Let's go purple. I love purple. This is lilac. And so I'm going to do a similar type of color coding throughout the week. And just some little flowers here. It doesn't have to be crazy. You can see they're just like very little, like they're just simple shapes. It's just adding like little things to, it's adding more little shapes to each other that makes it look so nice. If that makes any sense. And then we're just going to add some dots. And then, so think of this as like your top work to-dos for the week, because I use the to-do list over here for my personal items. Okay. Speaking of, now let's go ahead and take a look at last week and see what we need to add here. So I always do our to-dos in a red Pilot G2 pen because this creates that sense of urgency we're looking for. And this needs to be the week I get the 16 by 20 frame so I can share my diamond art kit, as well as I need to look into some goggles. There's an S on the end of that. Okay. We'll keep this pen out because it will come in handy later. But the next thing I like to do is go down to the reminders. And for those, we're going to use these two colors because I am obsessed with these right now. They're so cute. This, for work reminders, we'll do the purple because that is what we did for the to-do list. Okay. And then we're going to grab this teal color and use that for personal reminders. Hey, Brooke. Hey, Rexy. Thank you. Ugh, I have to clean my car so badly after winter. Never fun. Okay. The next thing I want to do is add in any plans that I have for this upcoming week, as well as going back and just doing a little reflection on what I did for Easter. So let's start there. We're going to use this teal pen because that is part of personal. And so I had a nice little breakfast with some of my family. So we're going to write that in. Had French toast at home with the fam. In the afternoon, I went to a little scavenger hunt, or not egg hunt. And then had some lovely Easter dinner. But I'll write delicious because that fits more. Delicious Easter dinner. And watched the Celtics at night, or at 3:30. So, but 3:30, like 5:30 or 6. So that's another way too to one, stick with color coding while also using it as a little memory journal. Okay. Now we want to schedule in when we are going to attack these weekly action items. So I want the journaling to be in the morning. So that's going to be the first thing. We're not going to write that in every day because that's written down right here and we can track that in our accountability trackers. So instead, let me do, what color should I use? I'm thinking this will be perfect actually. So for my walk today, it'll be in the afternoon. Well, late evening. It'll be right after work is when I'm going to get that in. As well as tomorrow morning. Wednesday will be, I think the morning, weather permitting. Thursday will be, oh, I'm going rollerblading Wednesday night also, so that's exciting. Thursday, I do have like a softball game. Hopefully, I didn't add that in because I don't know yet the time, so we got to make sure that that works. Friday, I'm thinking the morning I can get a walk in, so perfect. And then we're gonna grab this teal pen. I'm hoping, there's a chance. I don't think I'm gonna be able to read it, so let's just grab a deeper green. I love this green. It's like a forest green. This will be a walk up here, rollerblade, and then a walk up here. Perfect. And then I should add that that softball thing in. I just don't have a time yet. Probably 6. That's what the goal is. Amazing. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and add in some work meetings. So for this, because when you think of work meetings, it's a little like, I want to attach like a different feeling to it this week. And so we're going to do another flower color coding. So for that, let's do this one. Let's keep it a little simpler. So we're going to do this one for the work meetings. I usually do meetings or anything I have to like engage with other people with in red. It creates that sense of urgency. So we'll do red text, which means but I don't want it to interfere with the coral pink color. So let's do it differently. We're actually going to do, I'm liking the colory vibes though. But this might balance it out well. Okay, so this is beige, I believe. Let me just double check. Yeah, so this is the beige zebra mild liner. And so I've never done this way to color code in terms of like having it be icons, but I'm loving it. It's fun. It's a little different and it brings a little more joy when you're seeing it. It's less like, oh, another red meeting, you know? And then, even though we still will write it in red, just to make sure that it pops. And then we're going to have it be also over in the afternoon. So we'll grab the beige again. Okay, and then again, that red Pilot G2 pen. These are my favorite, and I've tried a lot of pens. Let's see. Ooh, I know what I'm also going to add here. So this will be the presentation. But we're going to add just down here. Hey, Alina. Welcome. Thank you. Ooh, I'm throwing it. I like this. This is cute. Okay. And then one more. I have like 2 that I want to do. So we'll do Thursday first. And then we're just going to, so I can cap the beige. Okay. And as I'm going through this, if there is any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. That's what I'm here for. I just like to walk you guys through 2 different ways. And also make sure to send me your design spread so I can get to share it with everyone. It's so fun. It's such a great way to also just like get to see what other people use, how other people use their planner. Okay, and then we're going to grab, again, coming back to this. Perfect. Okay, next up, let me put this away so I don't accidentally grab it again. That's the key. Sometimes I will find myself grabbing them and I'm like, no, don't. Okay. I'm trying to decide if, usually with the color coding, I'll oftentimes keep like this to-do list to match another one. I'm trying to decide if I want to, thanks, keep it real, if I want to keep that attitude with this or mix it up. Oh, thank you. I like this purple, but I feel like I want to add it in more. So now I like to add in what I have to do throughout the day if I have any pre-planned things that need to get done. For instance, prepping for book club. That's one great example, which I'll want to start Wednesday morning. So for that, let's do a different type of flower. I wanted to grab, where is it? Hold on one sec. I wanted to grab, I think it's that one. Yeah. We're going to do like a vase, which is going to be pretty fun. So first, actually, I need my black Sharpie pen. Okay. And so for this, we want to do, we're going to start by drawing the, I think the flower first, and then I'll do the vase. No, we're just going to do the vase first. That's easier. Okay, so pretty simple. You're just going to start by drawing that circle at the top, or more of an oval, I should say. And then you're going to draw two lines down, and then just like a little curvature. And you can follow this straight line too to help you make sure that that line's straight. That's another little tip when you're trying to draw a straight line. If you can align it with any that are already on the page, it really helps. And then we're just going to do a little more of a rounded one down here. Perfect. And then we're just going to do one flower right there. And we're going to grab this one to do it. Amazing. Simple, easy, add some color though, which is really nice. And then we're going to stick with that purple. And we're going to write book club prep. Okay. Same thing for here. We're going to draw that same flower to keep some consistency, some color coding. Not my best face, but that's okay. Perfect. This is so interesting. I didn't know exactly how I wanted this spread to look today. I just knew I wanted to do florals. Oh, JM asked, can you walk me through your color coding process, like black ink, highlighting, etc.? Yes. So the way I've done it today was a little bit different. I wanted to try a different concept. So let me just explain what I mean. So for instance, what I always do, at least with color coding, is in terms of this week's pathway focus and the breakdown of my goals. Here, I keep these the same. So you'll see that this is a little bit of a green and a teal. This is that green pen. And you'll notice that when you see the walking, the rollerblading, a softball, the walking again, that I keep as one color. I don't differentiate that much between highlighting and actual pens themselves. I like to add in the highlighters really to add that color. That's just a personal preference. when it comes to, you'll see like, then for instance, all of our lives I have done in this coral pink. I ideally would have done it as the same way I did it with this one with the black ink, because after I did the two with the pink, I realized that it's a little harder to read. So here is where this highlighter is signifying the color coding. Are you with me? Does that make sense? And then this to-do list. Okay, great. Then this to-do list. So we have this to-do list over here as well. Now, I do this differently. Everyone has their own way, but I use this to-do list for really those personal tasks that have to get done this week. So for instance, I need to order this frame. I keep putting it off. I need to get it done. Those I will use for red pen, okay? Red pen in color theory has to do with urgency. And so for this to-do list, these are our top tasks for the week. So I do them in red pen to coincide with that urgency. Then down here, I know I'm jumping around, but you'll see why. You'll see work reminders I have as purple, okay? So purple, I am actually carrying through out this week by writing in purple. You'll see like content for Tuesday afternoon, book club prep Wednesday morning. Now, those purples are things that I can kind of do on my own. They're more that personal work time. Whereas red, again, to connect with that urgency, is meetings, deadlines, things that have a certain importance to them. Okay. Personal reminders, I also did in a green. Looking back at this, it works because I did do more of a darker green when it came to the action items. I would probably have done this differently looking back. No, I'm trying to think. No, this actually works out really well. Okay. Sorry. Because I did this darker green as the goals, the action items, it works. Whereas this lighter green is personal reminders right down here, as well as I just did a little journaling on what I did on Sunday for Easter. Does that make sense? I feel like I was a little all over the place, so if there's any questions, if there's anything I can help clarify, just let me know. Oh, this was the different thing I did this week. Okay. The different thing I tried this week was I actually have the flowers to help with the color coding as well. So I did the same flowers and colors when it came to our lives, as well as the work tasks and meetings, which I actually really liked. So that way I can look at it and be like, yes, okay, this is my live. This is personal work time. This I'm with other people and things like that. Hey, Brooke. The key with color coding is that it makes sense to you, because we all think of things so differently that sometimes you could be like, oh, how does this make sense? It makes sense to you, and that's what matters, you know? So yeah. I also wanted to add in, I noticed tomorrow was Earth Day, which I actually did not realize. So I'm going to grab our sticker. Where was it? There's an Earth Day sticker right here. That's super cute. Yeah, okay. I know, I was like, I wanted to try something different because I've been really into color coding lately. And I was like, what's another way that you could incorporate it? So let's say, for instance, you only have a black pen, but maybe you had like a couple markers. You could always have all your text be in black, but you know that because this is a certain type of flower with that color, that's your color coding system. I just wanted to do one thing real quick. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we're going to add this Earth Day sticker, which goes really well with our floral theme. And then I'm going to put the Happy Easter sticker over here. I love this one. It's so cute. I'm trying to decide. I like this one too. Okay, we're going to put the Time to Bloom right here. We redid our variety stickers. Like, we have a lot of new ones, and I'm obsessed with the spring sheet. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, next we're going to go to meal planning. Meal planning for color, I think I'm just going to do it with like a gray. I don't like my meal planning to stand out too much. I just like to have it be a little subtler of a color, especially when I have so much color on the page already. So last night, of course, was Easter. Tonight, we're going to do a bowl. Tomorrow, I found this, I made a really easy pad thai recipe the other night, so we're going to do that again Tuesday night. Wednesday, I need it to be something where I can kind of have it sit and it's okay, like, because I'm going rollerblading and you never know an end time. So I'm thinking for that, I'll just do like a salad, keep it simple and easy. Thursday's busy, so I think we're just going to have to throw in some leftovers and call it a day. I can't believe I already have to, it's crazy to think that like you already have to start thinking about the next weekend. So usually I like to plan ahead for Friday night's dinner. This week, I don't know what's going to happen. So we're just going to leave Friday and Saturday blank. One of those will probably be some sort of takeout. I just can't think that far at the moment, and that's okay. Okay. I also grabbed, let me show you. Sorry, my brain today. I feel like any holiday weekend, it's always a lot. I wanted to grab, I'm trying to decide what I want to do because I really I love this. So we're actually going to do this. I'll save that other idea for next week maybe. So we're going to I'm going to start with like a light pink. Okay. So you could use the bold end for this. I don't know why. I just really like the fine. I like the precision it'll give me way more. So I tend to always use this one. And I know the original image had 4, but we're just going to do 3 because I can't realistically do the same style exactly. And that's what I like too, is I like to make it my own as much as I can. Let's go with this one. I feel like too, I just did a monthly reflection live and I can't believe we're already doing another one next week. Like, that's crazy, guys. I don't know. Where is time going? There's like so much going on all the time. It's like, whoa, we're already going to be in May. Like, what? How? Don't know. Can you see that? Oh. Right? Doesn't it feel like we just did one? I wish I did a different yellow. So we're just going to color over it. And then the green. This is always the hard part. I don't have like the perfect green. Oh, we can do this one. And then every time I say it on here, I'm like, I need to find one. Yeah, like this is like really the only green that would work for this, but it's not ideal. And then, okay, one more over here. Okay. And then we need another blue. This did not quite go the way I had imagined it would, but I think we're going to make it work. I said blue. Yeah, let's do the blue first. Let's grab this one. That'll go like that. We're going to have to do some overlapping here. That's okay. And then like that, I put the green away. I always put the green away too soon. And then I wanted this pink again to go in here. We're gonna make this our own. Doesn't have to match. I'm just trying to figure out, okay, actually, you know what we're gonna add back in? Where'd I put this one? That one I put... just to fill that space. Okay. That was really all I wanted to do in this corner. I think it works. I think I'm okay with it. I actually think I need to add one more thing. Hold on. Okay, now that's done. I'm trying to debate. We're going to actually do that original thought I might have had down here. No, we're not going to do that today. We're going to do like an inspirational one soon. I'm going to write that down. I want like a quote / like inspirational theme. I like using this reminders box for like future theme ideas when they come up. So that way I have something to go to. Oh, this looks cute when you flip it back. Okay, we're happy. We love it. I have no idea what I'm doing this weekend. I'm hoping not too much. Just thinking about it, it's like tiring. So we're just like gonna keep this weekend low key, hopefully. I'm just trying to decide what to do down here then. I want flowers. We gotta do more flowers. So let's grab our black Sharpie pen. And do some like tulips and pretty things like that. Perfect. And then we'll have this line. Like that. And then we'll do, this one's gonna need like a leaf. I don't know, for some reason it's reminding me of the candle in Beauty and the Beast. And then bring this down. Cute. Okay. And then we're going to color it. I'll add one more going this way, I think. Okay, and then bring this line going. And it looks like a little petal coming off as well. We can do that. And then we'll have another one coming off of this side. Cute. Perfect. Okay. Now we can color this in. I saw the prettiest tulips, so, and they were yellow. So we're going to keep that to be yellow, and then this right down here will also be yellow. And then grabbing that green. Good morning, Mara. How are you? Happy Easter. I want these to be a different green, I think. So we're going to do, I also want this to be pink. So we're going to grab, let's grab the pastel pink and have that go there. Perfect. No, we're going to keep these to be. Oh, Mara, I'm so sorry. Ugh. At least you could have a beautiful time together for a long time. And you gave her such an amazing life, I'm sure. I know that doesn't take away from anything, and I don't want it to, but to help you out a little bit. Oh, sending so much love your way. That's so hard. And it's a terrible situation I have to go through. Let's see here. I honestly feel like that is everything going on this week, and it's pretty filled out. I don't want to add too much to it because I don't want to interfere with the color coding and the florals that we have going on. So I think we're going to stop there because I like that this sticks with the floral theme. It's all color coded and it's not confusing either. Again, I want everyone to send me their weekly planner spreads. It is so amazing when I'm able to share them with our beautiful community that we have here. So thank you guys so much for joining me for another amazing Plan With Me session. I will see you all again tomorrow night for our reading sprint. So until then, continue navigating each day with purpose. Bye, you guys.